there, podcast fans. This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another hour of the Falcon Paladin Hour. And with me, as always, is my good friend from down under. His name is Wade. Hello, Mr. Wade. How are things for you today on this blessed BlizzCon week?
Things have been so good this week.
Wondrous.
So much excellent StarCraft to watch.
So much. It is the best of all StarCraft to watch, actually, it turns out.
Yeah, as it turns out.
Woo! So yeah, I don't often catch much live StarCraft. My schedule doesn't allow for it most of the time. I do end up recasting some of the games from these tournaments, and I like to be surprised, so that's another reason I don't watch much. But I did catch a bunch on Sunday. Turns out my Roku has a Twitch app on it, so I was able to watch Twitch on my television, which was nice without having to connect my phone or my computer to it at all, so that was pretty fun. You can't see Twitch chat when you're doing that, but I feel like that's probably an upgrade in the experience. No insult intended towards Twitch chat, but maybe a little one.
No, it's fine. I mean, I watched on Twitch as well, and I just full screened the video and paid no attention to chat.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to talk about BlizzCon a bit here, about some of the WCS Global Finals. So if you're not interested in hearing about that, we'll put a timestamp in the show notes when we stop talking about results. I'm going to make this hard on Wade.
You are. That's fine.
Not that hard. Come on, man.
I think I can manage it.
Okay, good. Excellent. It will delay the posting of the podcast by 2 days, though.
Yes, it will.
All right, so where are we? We are at the quarterfinal stage, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, just looking back at so many good series, I was able to catch. What did I watch? I watched, oh man, Rogue versus Neeb. You just want to tackle that first?
Rogue versus Neeb, yeah.
Yeah, so Rogue versus Neeb.
Yep.
I mean, Neeb's the great foreign hope. He's been doing super well in WCS circuit events this year. PVZ is a fairly strong matchup for him, I'd say.
Yeah. Oracle's pretty
good. And then Rogue's just like, you know what? Late game, no, not interested. Not interested in late game. Game number 1, he goes for a crazy queen drop. He drops, I want to say 5 or 6 queens in the natural base of Neeb, and they wreck everything. They're amazing against the mothership core. They're great against the probes. They're transfusing each other. They refuse to die from adept attacks, and that was it. It was so shocking. So shocking. And then game 2 turns into this crazy swarm host play off of 2 bases. I forget what map it was. Was it Acolyte?
You're talking about the decider match. I thought you meant the first time Neeb and Rogue met.
Oh no, sorry, I'm talking about Cider. Yeah.
That's why I'm confused, because they met twice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was 2 base off Acolyte, Swarm Host, and Nidus.
Yeah. And I mean, as the commentators were pointing out, this is a great map for this. Because there are a couple of really good spots you could set up to threaten both of the natural, depending on where you took your natural as Protoss, I guess. But both expansions that have been taken by the Protoss at that point. And it's really hard to deal with both of them. And Neeb just spent the whole time defending and couldn't really quite get any kind of an offensive out there. And I mean, it was kind of a shellacking.
Yeah, I don't think he handled it particularly well. It took him ages to get up a small group of oracles, and then by the time he sent them across the map to try and get Rogue to pull back a little, he was like, okay, I actually, they got across the map, and he's like, I need to turn them back, I'm gonna lose everything.
Well, the amazing thing is he flies directly into a group of about 7 queens that Rogue has sitting there with his 6th sense that he's got. The oracles could have gone anywhere else and had a much better time of it, but they flew directly into where Rogue had set up all this anti-air and was just like, what? And immediately turned around. It was terrifying.
Some bad luck.
Some super bad luck there, absolutely, for sure. What was the series that you were impressed with?
Innovation versus True.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, that game 3. We'll get there. Why don't you take us through game 1?
Yeah, this was 7 hours of StarCraft every day for 3 days, and I watched pretty much all of it. It's all blended together at this point.
That's entirely fair. Let's just say that True won. True beat Innovation in game 1 of their best of 3 little series there, and everybody was like, oh, this is interesting.
Very interesting. But then it is Innovation.
It was.
Yeah. Added an extra power supply and upgraded his firmware and then said, let's do this.
That was it. And I think So it goes to a game 3. Innovation wins game 2. It goes to a deciding game number 3 for these two players. And it was one of the best ZVTs I have ever watched in my entire life. So basically, what really stuck with me is True could win an engagement. He could yoink all of the Liberators out there. He could get nice Baneling hits on Innovation stuff. He could get rid of the vast majority of the Metavacs and win it. I mean, not crush it, right? True lost a lot of stuff too. Win it, and then you'd be like, okay, he can push here, but no, Innovation would have another giant army coming across the map at that very second. His macro was out of this world crazy, and never once did I feel like there was an opening for True to be like, okay, I won that, I'm going to push, I'm going to kill it. No, can't do it. Can't push, can't kill a base. Innovation has another giant army coming for you because he was macroing exactly on point, perfectly through the entire last 4 or 5 engagements. It was a helpless feeling as a Zerg fan to look at that and go, how do you even handle this?
I try and kill him before he gets his macro completely set up.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that was, is True's initial attack was a proxy Ravager, I want to say, in game number 1 that just did enough damage to slow down Innovation that the follow-up killed him. But that game 2 and game 3 got to that point where Innovation was just a machine and on a roll, and True just couldn't handle it. Yep. So good stuff. Good times at the WCS Global Finals. And so quarterfinal matchups are Special versus a Laser. Like, good job for those two players making it up there. 2 foreigners, man.
Yeah.
Sue versus Gumio. Your other match, Hero versus Rogue, which should be amazing. And then a TVT for the ages, Innovation versus TY. Just disgusting.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you put money on someone being in that group?
I may have done so. Yes. I don't remember the specifics though.
Who was that person?
I don't know. I need you.
I mean, can we get some stats on what you said?
You are so good at the dad jokes. How are you so good at those? You're not a dad.
I am definitely not a dad.
We did. That did not go very well at all.
Do you have anything to say?
I don't. And honestly, I didn't even watch any of those matches, which in retrospect, I probably should have done, but my Saturdays and Sundays are nuts.
Well, that's fair.
I put it on when I could. So yeah, I was not even close. Not even close.
Stats did well. I mean, he tried.
Yeah, he tried. 4 and 5 overall. Looks like he fought hard. Yeah, 1 Protoss. In that quarterfinal round.
It's kind of always like that, isn't it, though?
Yeah, the last year, it feels like it's been that way. I mean, Stats was out, Neeb was out, and that was it. There really weren't that many total.
Yeah, but Hero's been playing really well.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost a map.
Yep, which is abjectly terrifying. So that Hero versus Rogue, you gotta watch that one.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna watch it all, but...
But I mean, if you get in a car accident and the only one you can watch because you have surgery scheduled is Hero versus Rogue, go with Hero versus Rogue.
Hold on.
I don't think that made any sense.
That did not make any sense. Because if you have surgery scheduled, you have to watch whatever you can watch because the surgery takes precedence, right? The surgery is going to be at 3. If Hero and Rogue's at 4, it really doesn't matter.
Yes, that's true.
Right. So what kind of scenario is this where I don't get a choice now pick?
The scenario is in which if there is someone holding a knife to you and says you can only watch one of these series, and if you try to watch another one, I'll kill you, choose Hero versus Rogue. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that a better scenario?
No.
Come on!
How's he going to know if I watch any of the others? Is he going to hold a knife to my neck for the rest of time?
Yeah, he's like in your house. He's got tied to a chair.
Tied to a chair, pointed at my monitors.
Tied to a chair, you're pointed at your monitors.
And he says, you can only watch one, and then I'm going to, let you go?
No, he's going to sit there with you for the rest of the tournament.
And then what happens?
And then, once you've watched the one that you've chosen, and once the rest of the tournament is over, he lets you go. He doesn't care if you watch the replays or the VODs, that's fine, but you can't watch it live.
Why does he care if I watch it live?
Because that's the most important thing. Watching stuff live is really where it's at.
What this really comes down to is if I had to pick one, it would be Innovation versus TY.
Okay, that makes sense. You are a Terran player after all.
I am. I
And those
am.
are two of your heroes.
No, Hero's my hero.
Heyo.
Yeah. Who do you reckon is going to come out of Special and Laser?
I've been picking against Special in this tournament, so that doesn't feel great. Also, Cyril got eliminated too. That was surprising. I'm gonna have to go with Special. I think I'll pick Special over a Laser. I like a Laser. He's aggressive, but I've just never seen anything from him that makes me feel like this is a quarterfinals, like one of the best 4 players on earth ever. I've never seen that from a Laser, and Special's made me feel that way before.
He made you feel special?
He did. It made me feel like he was special.
He was really good, like watching him play. Who was it in his match against? It was him against TY. Yeah.
Oh,
Destroyed
okay.
TY 2-0.
Dang.
So, yeah.
Okay, so if nothing else, that's your deal. That's what you're gonna be putting your hopes on. Is that Special shows up in this matchup against a Laser?
Yes.
Yeah, I got Special moving on. Sue versus Gumio. I mean, you saw these. They had those little like player profiles before some of the matches, and the Gumio one was like everybody says he's a good player but not great, and he's creative but he can't really get it done when he gets on the big stage, and that's true. That's honestly how I've seen Gumio throughout the years. But making it this far, I don't know. Maybe it's a new day. Although traditionally, Sue has to make it to the finals and lose. So,
yeah.
In that case, I almost have to pick Sue just on past performance. And in general, where I feel like Zerg is a better race than Terran as far as balance goes in StarCraft right now, I think that just gives Sue an edge that Gumio won't be able to overcome. I mean, who do you see out of that, Sue versus Gumio?
Sue. I still give it to Sue.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're agreed.
Yeah.
Hero versus Rogue. I really like how Rogue is playing and the way he just so kind of effortlessly handled Neeb. But at the same time, it's Hero. It's Hero.
It is Hero.
It's a Hero. His Team Liquid page is like 47 trophies long. I mean, it's nuts. All the things he's accomplished in StarCraft 2. He's the most recent winner of the Africa GSL Super Tournament. I mean, GSL winner. Intel Extreme Masters Season 8 back in 2014. He won that. 2015, he won the IEM Season 9, it looks like. Caspa Cup back in 2015, 2016. He's got wins. He's got major wins pretty much once a year for the last several years.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's
in both major and premier tournaments, judging by how it breaks down.
So if nothing else, he's been on the big stage recently. He's come through on the big stage recently, but again, just matchup, I just feel like Rogue's ZVP is real good. So I hate to do it, but I think I'm gonna have to pick Rogue there.
Can we look them up on a Ligalac and see how they're doing? Like how they've first gone against each other before? Yeah.
We can do that, I think.
I just need to remember how to spell a Ligalac.
Me neither. Let's see. I'm gonna try it, and Google will figure it out.
I mean, it's Caligula, but put the C at the end.
Right.
It helps if you know how to spell Caligula.
I was like, yeah, totally. And my brain's like, let's see. Okay, got it. Caligula, got Rogue match history. Let's do versus.
It's really helpful that Rogue's in the top 10. It's on the front page.
It is. Yeah. So here's one where Hero beat Rogue 3-1. Masters Coliseum playoffs. So that's a very recent result. That's like 2 weeks ago. Hero 3-1 them. And then Rogue beat him earlier, October 1st, 4-3. So that was a very close series too. Well, I mean, not 2. That was a close series, whereas Hero just kind of rolled 3-1. So, I mean, as far as recent results go, I got to give Hero the edge. I mean, as far as recent results. But again, the Zerg, it's hard. It's very hard to say. But yeah, I mean, based on that recent result, it seems like Hero kind of has Rogue's number a little bit. Rogue was able to squeak out a win, but in 7 games. A lot of work. All right. So, what do you say here?
I think I'd put my money on Rogue. Not Rogue. I was thinking Hero. I was looking at Hero. I said Rogue.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I'd probably just give it to Hero. It's going to be close.
It's going to be a good series. Like I said, the only one you should watch.
you keep saying that, but I'm going to watch them all.
Oh, right. I forgot who I'm talking to.
You're looking at someone with nothing to do on that day.
By design.
Yes.
By design.
Although, truthfully, I am much happier at the time at which these will start, because the group stages all started at 3 a.m.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, these ones start at 6 a.m.
Hooray! It still sucks, but it's not that bad.
Yes, it means I can sleep in a little.
Right.
I'll maybe get up at like 4:30.
That sounds nice. 4:30 sounds great. Your sleep schedule is crazy anyway, so what are we talking about?
Yeah, that's true.
And then finally, the best matchup of the quarterfinals, Innovation versus TY.
2 of the 4 horsemen.
Yeah. I don't even know. I got nothing. I got nothing for this series. Innovation, terrifying. TY, terrifying. I mean, again, just based on what I saw from Innovation and some of the results of TY, I'd have to give it to Innovation. Just give him the nod a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised if TY pulled it out either.
I mean, I'm obviously already got my money on Innovation.
Yes. So you can't really back out now.
No, I can't.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Innovation. My mind is set.
Okay. We've got our picks in so that you guys can make fun of us when we're completely wrong a week from now.
I mean, we could be very, very wrong.
We could be. Absolutely. We could get every one of these incorrect.
They could all end in draws.
Yep. That would be the worst.
How would they continue on if, like, 3 matches ended in a draw every time? Do they just keep playing until someone doesn't draw?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm sure they have this written into their rules somewhere, but that would be my guess. Because someone's got to move on. It's a playoff situation. Like,
yeah.
I mean, NFL regular season games can end in draws, right? And same thing with soccer in like the World Cup. Lower level matches can end in draws because whatever, it's just points. But when you're in a tournament bracket situation and it's win or go home, somebody has to win.
Right.
So you just got to keep going until somebody wins.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
I don't think we'll ever see it. Draws are just so rare as it is.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've seen a draw in a competitive match.
I cast one between, I want to see, it was Haz and like Cyril or somebody like that a while ago.
Okay.
Turned into a draw. But I mean, that's like the only one I can think of in the last probably year of my casting. So that's a lot of games. So anyway, super rare. Don't have to worry about it, I don't think. And again, you can play this back when there were like 4 draws in the next few games.
I don't think there'll be 4 draws.
No, I don't either.
It's very unlikely.
All right. Is that all our StarCraft talk? You done?
I think so.
Okay. Make a note on your notepad of when we stop talking about the BlizzCon.
I can't make a note now.
What?
I can't make the note now because I have to edit it. The time will be different.
Well, you get the general ballpark and you go looking for it, right?
Or I could just take a note after I finished editing it.
Or you just listen to the whole thing, which you probably do anyway.
I mean, throughout the process of editing it, yes, I do.
Yeah. All right. That's easy. Easy enough. All right. I was going to ask you about this. Okay. Stranger Things. You guys have Stranger Things in Australia, right?
I mean, everything in Australia is a Stranger Thing.
Hey-oh. Man, you are killing it today. You are just
I think it's
on fire.
I think it's the tiredness kind of like setting in.
That makes sense.
We have Stranger Things here.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Because I was thinking, okay, so Netflix is different between 2 different countries, but I have to imagine that originally produced content by Netflix for Netflix doesn't matter what country it's being displayed in.
The majority of it, I believe, yes.
Because you're not wrangling licenses, you don't have to get lawyers involved. It's just, hey, it's our stuff, it's our streaming service. Go.
I do believe there are some stuff that gets listed as a Netflix original in some places that isn't a Netflix original elsewhere.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm racking my brain trying to think of what the example was, but I was listening to another podcast and they mentioned it because he was from England on an American podcast, and he was mentioning that there's a show that they just have over there that's listed on American Netflix as a Netflix original.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of throws a wrench in things.
It does, but I believe I have most of the Netflix originals.
Okay. So I guess the original question was Stranger Things, which you do have.
I do have.
I'm going to ask a question, and I know what the answer is. Have you watched any of Stranger Things?
Technically, yes.
What? I am shocked beyond all belief. I'm going to go with you've watched less than 5 minutes.
No.
Oh, man, I am just falling apart here with my predictions. Why don't you tell me your experience with Stranger Things, Wade?
Maybe 10 minutes?
Okay. I was in the ballpark.
I didn't say you were far off. You just wanted yes or no's.
All right. So 10 minutes. Was it like the first 10 minutes or was it kind of in the middle?
It was the first 10 minutes.
Okay, good.
And then I fell asleep.
I was going to say, did you immediately lose interest?
No, I didn't lose interest. I just fell asleep. And I keep meaning to
Okay.
get back to it. And it's just on my list of things.
Yeah, it's a big list. My list is big too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, without spoiling anything, season 2 came out over the weekend, and my wife and I binged all 9 episodes over 3 days. It was good. It was 9 hours of Stranger Things. I loved it. Season 2 is so good. I think I like it better than season 1. The number of times I turned to my wife and said, I really love this show, got annoying. She was like, I know, you said this already 8 times. But it's just my feelings coming to the surface. It's great. So, I mean, I'm not saying I'll be super offended if you never watch any of it, but I'm recommending it. How about that?
There was a long pause there.
I wasn't quite sure how to say it in a way that didn't sound insane. And that's what I came up with. Mm-hmm.
I will watch it. I'll watch it. I've got nothing to do between, what's it, like 4 days until the rest of BlizzCon?
Yep.
So I think I can get it done.
Okay. Sounds fair.
Maybe.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 18 hours if you go watch seasons 1 and 2 over the next few days.
I think I can manage it.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
I did just watch like 21 hours of StarCraft.
That's true. But you love StarCraft, and I'm not entirely sure that you're going to love Stranger Things, but hopefully you will.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. All right, good. So yeah, everybody listening too, go watch Stranger Things. Just do it. Mm-hmm. Man, it was basically a national holiday. The number of Stranger Things posts I saw on Facebook and on Twitter over the weekend were just through the roof. It's basically the closest thing we have to a national holiday that's not like, Christmas or the 4th of July. Had that much participation.
So
anyway,
it's popular is what you're saying.
It's popular. But then the sad thing was I came into work this morning and I was like, hey guys, Stranger Things. And they're like, no, I only watched the first episode, or nope, haven't seen any of it. And I was like, you guys are all slackers. Every one of you. This is the only thing that I expect you guys. Okay, and Game of Thrones. I expect you to watch.
I knew that was coming.
2 things when they air. I don't ask for much, but apparently it's too much.
It's too much, Falcon. It's just too much.
Too much pressure.
Yep. I have a feeling that in like another 2 weeks, there's going to be something else that you're like, I'm not asking for much. It's just this and Game of Thrones and Stranger Things.
Right. No, seriously, it's the 2 things. 2 things. Promise. It's gonna stay at 2.
Next, it's gonna be this, Game of Thrones, and the Super Bowl. I don't know what it's gonna be. People have to like. I hear it's popular over there.
Oh, here's how I can prove to you I'm serious.
Okay.
I don't expect that of Rick and Morty.
Ooh.
That's how you know. Rick and Morty, you can take a couple days to watch it. I'm okay with that. But Game of Thrones and Stranger Things, no.
Have you ever taken a day or 2 to watch Rick and Morty?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Speaking of Rick and Morty, I'm glad you brought this up. There's a game coming out on Steam soon, and I'm about to send you a link.
Got it. Oh no. Why? Why, Wade?
I don't know.
It is called Piccled Ricc with 2 C's.
4 C's.
4 C's, right. And then the title sequence is wrong. Okay, so you basically play as Pickle Rick and beat the crap out of rats, essentially.
Essentially.
This looks like the Unreal Engine. Is that what you guys are using? Red Square Studios?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. You can open chests. It's like Zelda.
It's Zelda, but you play a pickle.
Play as a pickle that's wearing... Is he wearing sunglasses? He's wearing sunglasses.
I mean, they had to do something to, get the lawyers off them. Like, we'll make it slightly different. He'll have sunglasses.
He'll have sunglasses. There won't be any K's in his name. We are golden. How did you even find this?
Every now and then I'll just go and have a look and see what's on the upcoming tab on my Steam homepage.
It released today on Steam.
Yeah, because I saw it like a couple days ago.
Wow. All right.
Although it just says coming soon. This item's not available yet.
Yeah. So you can't even like early access it, which is kind of surprising. Usually they'll take your money if you want to buy their alpha.
But they do have applications for beta testing if you want.
Yeah, I do see that. Beta testing applications are now on.
I like how applications are in air quotes.
I know, right?
These are applications, guys.
Every one of these comments are like, I have a high IQ. I played Fidget Spinner Sim before it was cool. I have a very high IQ and see the deeper meaning behind shows such as Richard and Mortimer. It would mean the world to me to be part of your journey to greatness. The thing is, you can't even tell who's trolling here, honestly. It's like Poe's Law in full effect. You're familiar with Poe's Law, right? We talked about this?
No?
No. So Poe's Law is the concept. It's old. I think it was back during the time of like when satire, like written word satire was a thing.
Mm.
And the concept was like really well done satire is indistinguishable from reality, like people who say things and believe them.
Okay.
So that's Poe's Law, and that's what this is. It's basically, I can't tell if this is a troll or this is somebody being absolutely serious because that's how stupid this is these days.
Right.
These are great.
So I looked at BC Interactive, which is the publisher.
Yeah.
For this, and they have Pill Cosby.
Solid.
Fidget Spinner Simulator.
Oh, that's why that's getting brought up so much.
And Vaping Simulator.
Vaping Simulator. Fidget Spinner Simulator is 74 cents and it's 25% off.
Yeah. So's Vaping Sim.
Okay, so basically what we're saying is the Piccled Ricc simulator is a huge step up from what they've done previously. Because as far as I can tell, Fidget Spinning Simulator is you walk around holding a fidget spinner on a hoverboard and just look at stuff.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Yep.
Okay. There's no interaction. Let's see what Vaping Simulator is all about.
It has online multiplayer, though. You can play fidget spinner with friends.
You just both wander around aimlessly looking at stuff.
I think it's a racing game. The screenshot makes it look like they're racing on a track.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's very good. All right, so then Vaping Simulator looks like a step up actually from Fidget Spinner Simulator. It is officially a GTA-style game where you run around, drive Lamborghinis, vape, and I guess fight stuff.
It looks like they have maybe like one square block of terrain for you to explore, though. Oh no, there's more. There's more. Okay, there's a couple more buildings, but it looks very small.
It does. Like you're on this island and you can see the water pretty much every direction you look. That's not great. What is that billboard? Billboard for a sandwich. Oh, Zoe Sandwich. I have low self-esteem and daddy issues. All right. Thank you, Sandwich.
Fair enough.
I mean, the graphics aren't the worst I've ever seen.
But they're not good.
They're not good. They're not good. I don't even want to... Do I even want to click on Pill Cosby?
I don't think you do.
Oh, this one's a side-scroller. These guys are so versatile.
I mean, to be fair, this is the publisher. Oh, actually, Red Square Studios, the developer. Yeah, they also made the other stuff. So it's fine.
This is like Super Meat Boy, man.
Yeah?
Except you're Bill Cosby and you shoot pills at things to kill them.
Yeah. And your life is measured in beer?
Yep. I mean, I was worried this would be a lot more inappropriate than it is, actually.
Yeah, so was I.
That's why it exists. I just love that it's originally 99 cents, but there's a special promotion that 20% off, so now it's 79 cents. That's the greatest. Like, I've been waiting for the sale.
You can get all three in a bundle for $1.53.
Okay, they're also selling premium memberships to Fidget Spinner for $37.
Premium membership for Fidget Spinner? What?
As far as I can see, it unlocks an achievement.
It's $37.
It's a $37 achievement. Oh my.
Unlocks the achievement gives a premium gold-plated fidget spinner and gold-plated vape.
It's Ruka said, this is very good DLC for only $50. I guess it used to be $50. It adds so much content and story. I think the developer is being too nice. This should cost at least $150 in my book.
It's $49.99 and it's 25% off at the moment.
That's why there's a sale. Baxter 5469 says the gold looks so real it crashed my computer. This might be the trolliest video game publisher I've ever seen.
I mean, I think Devolver Digital, they're actually the trolliest. These guys are just kind of scammy.
Come on.
It's a $50 achievement.
They're not fooling anybody, though. Nobody's like, I'm expecting quality for my $50. No, come on. Everybody knows what they're getting into.
To write a review for the $50 fidget spinner, you have to have bought it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And nobody's like mad about it. They know exactly what they were getting into. They did it for the lulz. It's just trolly.
Who blows $50 for the lulz?
People with no responsibilities and income?
I suppose.
Those people exist, man. Who are you talking about that's the trolliest publisher?
Devolver Digital? They're back when E3 was going on, I sent you a link to their pre-recorded announcement, like their stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm on their webpage now. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like these guys are trying to fool you.
No, but the difference really is these guys will do ridiculous things, but their games are still good.
Ah, okay.
For instance, Devolver Digital tweeted at one point that they now had to cancel the Battlegrounds mode that was in development for a visual novel that they have. A bird dating visual novel.
Of course, continue.
Which is a great game, by the way. You should play it.
I mean, I already played Hattori Boyfriend, so...
You know the one.
That's not true. Is that it? They didn't do the pigeon dating simulator, did they?
Yeah, I think they did.
No. Where's your games? No, it's not listed.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hatoful Boyfriend, yeah, it is. Go to...
That is them?
It is them, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it is them.
It is them.
Okay, you're right. Why is it on their website?
It is on their website.
A list of is not the handcrafted games? Is that my problem?
Go to like their games and then go browse by all.
Oh, all games. Okay, that's why. Just not featured.
Luftrausers is a great game. I've heard good things about Mother Russia Bleeds. Ollie Ollie is great. Reigns is a good game. I mean, Serious Sam, I guess. Shadow Warrior games are both fantastic. Talos Principle's good. Titan Soul's good. Like, they actually publish really great games. And they're super trolly. I
mean, Hatoful Boyfriend, in and of itself, a pigeon high school dating simulator is just, it's like peak internet, man.
It is. Did you actually play it?
No, I've watched a couple Let's Play minutes, though.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
If you beat, like, the game has several endings depending on which pigeon you decide to date.
This is the best podcast.
Once you unlock everyone, you can run the game through again, but it turns into a murder mystery as well.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so worth it.
And you all get trapped in a school, and you have to figure out who the murderer is.
Oh my gosh. Can't that just be the regular game? I'd rather play that.
I mean, I'm sure you could probably download someone's save file.
How much is this game? $10? $10 is not bad.
Do a Let's Play on your channel. I dare you.
Oh my gosh, I'd get so many views. You guys would be like, you cut back on StarCraft for this.
You could just reply with, don't worry, I took out a TBT that you weren't going to watch anyway.
That's fair. That is fair. Anyway, wow. All right. So yes, I think you're correct. Devolver Digital is the most trolly, whereas I mean, whereas the other guys, I think, are just 4chan
Yes,
embodied in a game publisher.
I would agree with that.
All right. Fair enough. Man, what a time. What a time to be alive in, where we have to debate what the most trolly video game publisher is.
I mean, okay, look, Devolver have a game called #Selfie Tennis.
Who does? Oh, Devolver does?
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. Where's that one?
Browse by all games at the very top left.
Yep. And then sports? Is there a sports section?
Yeah, there is. Golf for work groups, and then the 2 Ollie Ollie games.
Oh, golf for work groups. That's fantastic. That's a great name for a game. Ah, this is amazing. This rabbit hole is a good one. Oh, they did the Talos Principle. That got some serious love.
It's a good game. I played it.
That's why. It's a good game. Got some love for it. They have a lot of games. They have the Serious Sam franchise. That's interesting. Do they have it, or they're the original creators of Serious Sam?
Well, they're a publisher, so I don't think...
Oh, okay. That's right. So, I mean, Serious Sam dates back to, according to the Wikipedia, 2001.
Publishes... They're not the original, because it was like 2Gay, Gotham Games, Gathering of Developers, and Devolver Digital aren't listed as a developer.
Gotcha. So it hasn't been them the whole time, but they picked it up at some point. Fair enough.
They picked it up, and they recently put out the Serious Sam VR.
Ah, okay.
Serious Sam in VR. I don't really know what it is.
Right.
I think it's what they call a stupor.
A stupor?
Yeah, stupor. It's where you stand there and shoot things. Like it's stand shooter.
You don't move around at all?
Well, no, because the VR can't track movement very well. Like, if you have a Vive, that can do room scale, but the Oculus is kind of more of a just stand or sit and play. Yeah.
Yep.
So they call it a stupor.
I've never heard that term, but I like it a lot.
I don't think it's catching on.
No, probably not. Probably not. I don't have much experience with VR. We have a monthly gaming night at my work, and one of the guys that I work with used to bring their entire system to the office, like all of it, the entire setup, and we'd play. But then he got fired, so he doesn't come anymore, and that's pretty much it.
Do I want to ask what he got fired for?
I don't know. They don't tell us.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, that's general policy, I think, in most workplaces. They don't announce the reasons for termination, and in fact, if they can spin it as a resignation, they'll do that. So
yes, they will do that.
Yeah, they will.
Your company has a monthly gaming night?
Yeah, I actually organized it.
Oh, wow. Tell me more.
So one day, I said to myself, we need a gaming night. A lot of us here play games. And so I talked to my boss, and he said, that's a great idea. And then talked to IT, and they said, that's a great idea. And then the higher up said, that's fine. We'll even fund it. So we get pizza, or, get sandwiches, a bunch of snacks and stuff too. And then play stuff. There's a corner where people play Magic the Gathering. There's a corner for just board games. Like, for example, Settlers of Catan, or what's some other board games I've been playing? Ticket to Ride and stuff like that. You know how that works.
Sure.
And then there's an Xbox that they purchased that we play, mostly Rock Band on that one. That's a lot of fun. And then a bunch of PCs that aren't great PCs, but we play Left 4 Dead. We play Heroes of the Storm. We play StarCraft. We play a bunch of stuff, and it's great. It's a good time.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't it sound amazing?
It does. I want to come work with you now.
I know, right?
Way better than working anywhere else.
We'll get you a work visa. Come on over.
Yeah. Come do this entry-level job that we need to import Australians to do.
I mean, you can probably do tech support, right?
Maybe.
Sure. There's training. It's not like they just throw you on the phones.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did.
They don't. I know how this works. It's actually maybe a bit of overload. I mean, there's a whole training program for it that I've looked over, and I'm like, this is a lot. It's like, welcome to our company. Here's 87 pages of material to go over and some videos. And it's like, ugh. Well, at least you're prepared, kind of.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think getting a work visa and then finding a place to live and then getting a passport, and that's a lot of work to go for a gaming night.
It really is. I think what needs to happen is you should set up your own gaming night at the bakery.
Well, that doesn't work because we work at night. And we can't play video games during the day because the customers are there and they'd complain.
Oh, Yeah, that kind of shuts down all the options, doesn't it?
That, and I'm the only person who plays video games at my work.
More obstacles. Yes.
You see the issues I face daily.
I see several issues, and they're all bad ones.
Oh, it's awful. It's so
awful.
bad.
All right. So yeah, that's it. I mean, that's gaming night. It was actually pretty sad. Usually we get upwards of like 40, 50 people there, but this time we had like 12.
Ooh.
And it was just a combination of some people had family issues and some people were out of town at some conference we had. And then a bunch of people were just, they'd rather sit at home and play Destiny 2 than play with us. And I was so insulted. Like, you guys, come on. You could play Destiny whenever you want. You're not even going. I was so mad. So mad. For Destiny, of all things.
And how dare people just play Destiny 2? People who
How
play
dare?
Destiny 2 are just the worst.
They really are. And it's in my BattleNet launcher, and it glows. Have you noticed that?
Well, not really. I haven't
Lies.
noticed that it glows.
Lies.
No, because I don't leave my BattleNet launcher open while I'm playing Destiny 2. I mean,
I knew it. We've talked about this. I knew it. And actually, it's not glowing anymore. Maybe the launch is up, and they're like, well, if you're going to buy it, you probably would have. We'll stop glowing now.
I mean, that's nice of them, I suppose.
You can't even get rid of it. I wish I could get rid of it. I would.
Why?
Because it's not a Blizzard game. It's an Activision game. BattleNet Launcher is for Blizzard games.
BattleNet and Activision are the same company.
So, Activision games are not Blizzard games. You can agree with me on that one.
I can, but I'm just glad that they're seeing more games come to the service, right? I don't want to see it turn into Steam, but I don't think... I don't want it to become associated with just, Hearthstone.
StarCraft, Hearthstone, World of Warcraft, Heroes of the Storm, Diablo, Overwatch. Come on.
I know the other games are there, right?
Yeah.
But how many of the games there now have, microtransactions and things like that? I don't want to see the platform just become surrounded by the negative aspects of the games.
Okay.
And I think Destiny is a half step in the right direction at the very least.
Are there microtransactions in Destiny?
Cosmetic ones, so it's no real... Well, okay.
Hats.
Sort of. You can get very minor, buffs, but you can get them way easier than paying for it. The process it takes to pay for something is actually longer than it takes to just make the thing that you get.
So it's stupid to buy it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yes, but it still comes with all the hats, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and shaders and stuff like that.
Fair enough. And while we're here, why don't you give us your review of Destiny 2 and how it compares to Destiny 1?
Anyone who told you that the Destiny 2 story was better than Destiny 1, technically right. It is better.
But it's like 0.01% better?
It's still bad.
It's not great. Is there a disinterested voice actor this time around?
Okay, two things. No, there isn't. Secondly,
good.
That disinterested voice actor was hilarious, and I really wish they'd give him back. Because having a character that seemed so unenthused in the plot made me relate to him.
I mean, it's Peter Dinklage. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you enjoyed his disinterested
I just felt like this immortal little glowing orb thingy that was following me around everywhere and could disappear inside my skin was just so absolutely unimpressed by everything I was doing. It's like, okay, come on, let's get this going. Stand here while I hack.
I love that they just replaced it with Nolan North eventually. They're like, you know what? Back to the standard. Nolan, you available for a couple days? Sure.
But the gameplay is basically the same.
And,
all right. I mean, the story is better, and there are bits that are good to it. There are interesting characters. They gave the characters that they already had kind of bigger roles, rather than just being like, hey, we're going to talk on the phone a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you still do talk on the phone a lot, but...
you still feel like a teenage girl in the 80s a little bit.
Just a little. Not that I know what it's like to be a teenage girl or live in the 80s.
You've seen movies.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's all I need.
Speaking of which, I saw Thor.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Stupid overseas release earlier than. I'll stop grumbling.
Is it not out yet?
No,
Oh,
Marvel is really, really dissing on America recently. It's because they know we'll watch it anyway. That's the problem.
I mean, that makes sense.
They're right.
Yeah. So the story is better, but still not good. A prime example of this: the game basically says, "Hey, Destiny 1, you're all kind of immortal," and there's a guy who goes like, "How do I stop you guys from being immortal?" And then that's basically the plot of Destiny 2. He figures out how to take away your immortality, and then 5 minutes later, you get your immortality back.
Oh.
Except it's just you, and
Oh.
yeah, like so all the other characters, they're still mortal, and so they're like all scattered to the wind. You have to go and like recollect them. But they all treated it as if just you have gotten your powers back, and there are no other players running around as well doing all the same stuff. Because the idea is, all right, we'll gather everyone up and we'll relaunch a counterattack to take back our stuff. Except who are you launching a counterattack with? The like NPCs and all the other players, right? Who are also now immortal. But they're like, there's characters who like throw fits, being like, what's the point of launching a counterattack if you're the only one that would survive? It's like, no, we'd all survive. Go and touch this rock. I did it. You can do it too.
It's literally touching a rock, you guys.
It is basically that.
So what you're saying is, if you're playing this for story, don't play this for story.
Every now and then, every like few missions, they'll do like a cutscene where you see like what the bad guys are doing, like the main bad guys.
Yeah, those are fun.
Which is they're really just there to remind, like, to try and hide the fact that between the like opening cutscene and when you finally fight the boss, you never interact with him at all.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's awful, and they try to hide that, and it just doesn't work because he's a masked character. He looks like a giant mole rat version of Bane.
Hang on, mole rat version of Bane. Okay, I need this in my life apparently right before I go to bed.
It's not scary, because if it was scary, it might actually be good. Right.
Is this supposed to strike fear in your heart?
Theoretically.
All right. Dominus Ghaul.
So the cutscenes that they give with him are basically him talking to his like second in command guy.
Oh no.
Who I can't remember what his name is. Never mind. Let's just forget what it is.
Not worried about it.
Yeah, I'm not super concerned. But this guy is masked, and he captured a guy called the Speaker for the Traveler. The Traveler is the giant orb in Destiny, if you've ever seen that.
Haven't, but sure.
Okay, so little lore info. A couple hundred years ago, a giant orb came out of nowhere from the dark space called the Traveler, and basically brought humanity into a golden age where we traveled to Mars, colonized it, Venus.
They uplifted us.
Yeah, human lifespan tripled. We had amazing technology booms, stuff like this.
Classic.
And then basically it brought its enemies with it. Like they just kind of followed it and were like, "Hey, you've got great tech. Guess what? We're scavengers. We'd like great tech." And the Traveler died, but in its last moment, it created the Ghosts, voiced by Peter Dinklage. Yep. And they can go around and find the people chosen to wield the Traveler's light, and that's what a Guardian is. So this guy basically is like, hey, how do I stop the Guardians from being immortal? He basically wraps up the Traveler, this giant floating orb, in a cage. And he goes, and for whatever reason, that works. Okay.
Well, they don't try to explain it any better than that. It's just for whatever reason this works.
It's essentially, okay, we've developed some sort of a cage that can block the light.
Sure. All right.
It's like, okay, whatever.
Faraday cage.
So you've taken everyone who's immortal and made them mortal. Okay, that's interesting. Wait, why are you now interjecting another plot where he has a spaceship that can destroy our sun? What is the point of this? They basically bring in a Starkiller base from Star Wars and be like, hey, we're also going to destroy your sun because lol.
Because we're super bored. Mm-hmm.
But he kidnaps the guy called the Speaker for the Traveler, who is also another masked character. So like every other cutscene is them trying to talk, and it's supposed to be really impactful, but it's two masked characters talking to each other while one's in change. It's like, this guy doesn't look scary. He doesn't look intimidating. This guy, I can't. He's like a hooded, cloaked, masked man you've got in change. I can't. Like, there's nothing being conveyed here.
No, it's impossible to get any read on someone where you can't see them. So that's a miss, is what you're saying.
Basically, all the cutscenes fall flat. The characters are super two-dimensional still, but shooting things is really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what they're relying on, is the shooting things is fun concept. All right, well, I'm never getting it. Not that I was anyway, but
that's fair. If you want to play something that's very similar, just play Warframe. It's free.
That's true. I have heard good things.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't think we have enough time to get into that as well.
No, we don't. We don't. What's our time right now? Oh yeah, looks good. Looking good. So I guess we could talk about Thor next time. I'll try to see it. How about that? I'll try to see it before we meet again.
You need to be careful. Do they play trailers before movies at cinemas?
Yes, but I just show up 25 minutes late and it works out.
Okay. we showed up 10 minutes late to the movie.
Not
and
enough.
And they hadn't even started playing trailers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not enough time. You got to go 20, 25.
Yeah. I
mean,
it
sucks.
To be fair, I've already seen the Star Wars trailer. But, I mean,
right.
You should just be careful, is what I'm saying.
There have been situations where I've put my head between my legs, covered my ears, and hummed to myself during trailers. I'm not too proud. Not too proud to admit that.
I bet you get some odd looks in the theater.
It's dark. Nobody's paying attention. It's real loud, too.
Does your wife slowly move seats and be like, I don't know that man?
She laughs at me. Because the way she does, she absorbs fiction as she actually will skip to the end if she can and see if it's worth consuming.
Like she'll read the last chapter of a book before reading the whole thing. Oh, God. What?
I know. I don't know how she does it, but she does. So
I'm assuming there's a reason why you married this woman.
Yes. Many reasons. Her attitude towards spoilers is not one of them.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, unless there's anything else, should we wrap this up, Wade?
Do you have anything to say about the NFL?
Ooh, I almost forgot NFL minute. Good thing you're here.
It's my job.
Good thing you are here. All right. Count me down.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
More parity in the NFL this week. Are we surprised? We are not surprised at all. I mean, basically, the bad teams are the bad teams, which is fair. The 49ers are horrifically bad. Obviously, the Cardinals are bad since they lost their quarterback. As we discussed last week, the Chiefs did beat up on the Broncos. That game just finished up, so the Chiefs might be back on top of things, although the Broncos are probably among those bad teams as well. Honestly, I can't pick anybody to go for the Super Bowl. The Bills have 5 wins. They beat up on the Raiders 34-14 yesterday, which is nuts. I just don't believe in them when it comes to the playoffs. The Falcons beat the Jets, which is to be expected. Saints beat the Bears. I mean, again, the bad teams are the bad teams. If I had to pick a Super Bowl, though, I'd definitely put the Chiefs in there. And then I just can't pick a second team right now. It's going to be somebody who's bad, like a 2015 Giants team that's real bad, but somehow they squeak into the playoffs anyway, mostly through luck and some good defense. And it's going to be an interesting Super Bowl, to be sure, when we get there this January or February. Not entirely sure when it is scheduled to be played. Bam! That was good. That was a good one. I'm very proud of that. I was feeling it. I was feeling the time in my bones.
That's good. I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on. You don't know when the Super Bowl is?
It can be late January or early February. The date changes year to year.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's right around the same time, but I'm sure there's a date already. Let's find it. Super Bowl 51 is scheduled. No, that's 52 next year. I'm dumb. Super Bowl 52. Maybe there's not a date. Could be wrong. The best part of this podcast is people Googling things.
I mean, that's the best part of every podcast.
It's really true. February 4th. Okay, good.
Okay.
February 4th, 2018. It's going to be a weird one. Just going to tell you that. Going to be a weird Super Bowl. All right. So with the NFL minute out of the way and nothing else from me, one more check with Wade. We're done. Okay, let's wrap this thing up. So please check us out on Patreon. Please check out our t-shirts and hoodies and mugs that are available for the podcast. Supporting the pod is something that we'd appreciate and love very, very much. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for listening, and you take care of yourself.
Once we thought that we'll stay young, and this world is never gold. But when I opened up my eyes, I said, grow old with me. Will you age here by my side and stay beautiful for life? I'll fade away in the dark